Hey everybody, just want to welcome you to week 4, module 4 for ME 171, our design of elements course here. So in this module here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some more topics discussing material testing, look a little bit more in depth at some stress and strain, the results we get from the material test there. From there, we'll move into some material properties, selection, charts, and processes, and from there, we'll go through a couple example problems. Now, some bookkeeping items for this module here. Quiz 4 has been posted to Blackboard, and this will be due on the 26th by 4 p.m. Also note that your second homework assignment has now been posted. This was posted Monday morning. It'll be due on Monday the 1st by the end of the day. Now, just a reminder, we do have office hours scheduled on Teams on Thursdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30, right after our lecture. Now, if you're not able to make it to this time, please send me a message, a chat, or an email. We'll find a time that works for both of us. So in Module 4, we're begin looking at some materials, taking a look in specifically at testing, selection, and the properties associated with those materials there. So this week we'll look at the selection of materials and the process used in fabrication. That's something to consider as we're going through this is not only what materials are going to work well for your specific project or product, but also what is the machining process for fabrication utilizing those materials. Now these are integral parts of the design of any type of machine component right here. Things to consider, strength and rigidity are traditionally key factors in the selection of material. But equally important are the relative reliability and durability of the part one made from these alternative materials. So if you're trying to get a material, either one that is environmentally safe, one that's lighter weight, one that's cheaper, we still need to consider the reliability and durability of those parts. So some topics we're going to go through within this module here. We're going to take a look at the tensile testing procedure, take a look at some stress strain and associated graphs and how to interpret data from those, take a look at high energy absorbing capacity, a couple different hardness tests related back to what we talked about and which I showed in some practical examples in the last module. Take a look at material strength properties, talk about machinability of various different types of materials, look at a couple different types of metals and compare those. Also take a look at some other materials here when we're dealing with plastics and composites, and from there we'll discuss a little bit more detail into material selection charts and the process. So relating back to your textbook, this goes to chapter 3 in your textbook, and your reading assignment here will be covering sections 1 through 14 from chapter 3. So we're going to break this module down into two different sections. The first module being module 4.1. So with this one here, we're going to take a look at materials, specifically looking at our testing, stress, and strain. So objectives within this is where we're going to go through that tensile testing procedure, relate some practical applications, look at the associated stress strain curves from those, how to interpret data from that. And then we'll get into some of this energy absorbing capacity, hardness tests, and work through a couple example problems. Activities that we're going to cover within this here go through some theory, key equations, applications, and problem solving. So that's what we're going to cover here in Module 4.1. Now for the second lecture, Module 4.2, we're going to continue looking at materials, but now we're going to look more in depth at the selection process and the properties of those materials there. So we'll talk about material strength properties, how we can acquire those through testing, where we can look those up, machinability of the different materials, compare a couple different types of metals and plastics as well as composites, and then take a look at some of these selection charts. So again, within this module 4.2, we'll go through some of that key theory, the background information, look at some key equations associated with those theories, go through some practical applications, and then apply some problem solving as well.